If you're a guy that follows multiple different dating content creators, this guy says to do this guy says to do that, I want to summarize the dating game with just 4 simple steps. I like when dating advice is simple and it's easy, not a bunch of theory, just straight to the point. Here are the 4 things you're going to need if you're going to date in 2025 and beyond. The number one most important thing about dating is going to be lead generation. For those of you who are not business savvy, lead generation simply means how are girls knowing about you? How are girls getting to know you, right? And that's where most guys struggle. You see, you can't get to the other steps of this if you can't even generate leads. So the first problem where most guys have is they can't approach a girl to save their life. So what happens is this: dating apps have become so popular that most guys see beautiful women every day and let them walk right out of their life. And the reason for that is they don't want to get rejected. And also, if they're already talking to like a few girls in a dating app, they're like, why risk rejection? Why risk my ego being crushed by this random girl who hasn't even given me the time of day when I can talk to these girls who are already physically attracted to me because they swiped on me? So most guys' dating life are in the hands of a algorithm. As in, since they can't approach women and meet women in their real life, they have to wait on Hinge, wait on Tinder, wait on Bumble and all these other apps to give them the opportunity to meet a woman. For me, I don't like having anybody being in control of my dating life but me, so I don't mind approaching. So that's the first part of lead generation, is you will add in so many more girls to your life if you can learn to approach. I don't care if you're at a grocery store, I don't care if you're at the gym, the bar, the club, the coffee shop. If you can pull up on girls you find attractive, that makes your dating life now in your hands, not social media. So the first way to get better with lead generation is approaching. If you want to dive deeper into approaching, I have videos on that, but today I'm gonna keep it pretty surface level in regards to that. The second part of lead generation is the dating apps. Now I know I kind of just talked some shit about the dating apps, but guys, you cannot outwork a dating app. Let's just say you're not paying for dating apps. I think Hinge gives you 7 swipes a day. Bumble may give you like 10. So if you max out both, 7 swipes on Hinge, 10 swipes on Bumble, that is 17 shooting your shots a day. And when you do that much volume, eventually you're going to meet a woman. Now, what are the chances you make 17 approaches in real life in a day? 0. That's why a lot of guys' dating life is so trash, because they can't approach a girl in real life. They can't get matches, so they're running around with their heads cut off, not knowing what to do because nothing is working. So if you're going to use dating apps properly, this is where you have to have good photos. Now, yes, so you have to drop your ego a bit, get a good haircut, go get on some good clothes, go to that nice hotel in your area. They usually have nice lounge chairs and nice couches in the lobby. They usually have a rooftop deck with the pool. Maybe there's a skyline if you live in a cool city, right? Utilize cool areas and take good photos. Make sure they're candid. You're not looking into the camera like this and looking all cheesy. Make it look like you're living an amazing life. That's why I think a lot of guys struggle with their pictures. They just post up the camera, selfie in their car, selfie in their bathroom with the toilet seat up. So getting dating apps to work will be an amazing way for you to start getting more leads through the door. I meet more women online than I do in person for that reason, because my pictures are good. When girls are landing at LAX airport, they're pulling up Bumble, they're pulling up Hinge, they see your boy, and they're swiping right. So make sure to maximize your dating app so you can meet the most amount of women. The third way to boost your lead generation is to use your social circle. Now, I put this last because me personally, I don't use a social circle. The guys in my life don't really bring me women, to be honest with you, so I put that last. However, if you're at work and there's girls, maybe don't talk to them. Say, hey, how about you bring your girls out tonight? So now you're out with your coworker who has 4 girlfriends. Who knows? Some shit can crack off between you and the coworker's homegirls, right? So utilizing your social circle can be a good way to get some leads through the door, because you may not be able to approach, you may not get the most matches, but if you can use your coworkers to bring out women. It's like, hey, meet my guy Chad, meet my guy John. And now you're being introduced, so you don't have to match on a dating app. You don't have to send a cold DM. You don't have to cold approach, right? You meeting through friends is probably the most popular way people used to meet back in the day. I'd argue now it's social media, but back in the day, that was how people met. You may had one person in common who vouched for you. This is a good guy. Come talk to him. And that's how people met. So if your life is set up right now to where social circle works, then do it. The second skill you need to learn to master this game is to have good dating logistics. Whenever I hop on a client call and I talk to them about their dates, they're usually a guy that's successful, so money's not the problem, but what they do is they make the girl do little to no investing. What do I mean by that? They offer to pick her up and, at her place and take her to a bar or a restaurant in her area. And I'm like, bro, how about you have that girl drive her car over to your area and you do a bar by your place? And their brain I can tell their eyes just shoot up. They're like, wait a minute, he's right. Guys, logistics are so important. If you're driving 30 minutes across town to go see a girl, and then you say, hey, come back to my place, and she's like, oh, well, how far do you live? And you say 30, she may go, I don't know. Now she's thinking about, I'll be up late, and you just killed the vibe. If that girl drove to your side of town and you go, yeah, my place is 5 minutes away, that's going to make her more likely to go, you know what? It's not that far. I'll do it. The next part of dating logistics is choosing a location that's best for you to win. I'll have guys say, yeah, man, took this girl on a date. I'm like, where'd you go? Oh, we went mini golfing. Oh, we went and got smoothies at noon. I'm like, dude, you have to pick a time and a place that's sexy. The freaks come out at night. Therefore, if you're, eating a charcuterie board in a park at 2 p.m. on a Saturday, you're not as likely to, get back to your place. You're more likely to get back to your place when it's 8 o'clock, the meetup time. You're at a bar with low lighting, some jazz music. You know what I'm trying to say. Set the mood. And a lot of you guys are not setting the mood. You guys are hanging out with girls like you would your homeboys or you would a friend who's a girl. No, this is a romantic partner. Date nights only. So if you have a date set with a girl at like 7 o'clock, then she texts you, hey, I actually just got on lunch break. Want to go grab a lunch instead? Hell no. What she's saying is, hey, come see me on a time block of time where I have 1 hour. Sex is completely off the table, and I get to see if I like you before I see you a second time. No, guys. You need to set lines in the sand. I'm going to a bar at night, 8 o'clock, low lighting, date night vibes, and make sure it's a place where you can sit next to her. There's no point of going to a place where you're sitting 5 or 6 feet away from her. It's hard to break the touch barrier. It's hard to get intimate when you're so far away from your date. Pick a place that has couches. Pick a place that has bar stools so you can break the touch barrier and get close and make your moves. Guys, we're not trying to be friends with these girls. If you want to, that's totally fine. I know I don't. So make sure you're picking a place that's date night vibes. We're not doing charcuterie boards in the park. We're not doing smoothies. We're not doing any of that. We're doing dates that convey you're a guy that's about it. Pick a place, low lighting, date night vibes only. That's a very important skill because if you guys keep doing dates on her side of town, you keep investing all this money, what happens is you start to resent her if the dates don't start going the way you want to go. Whether you want a relationship or you want sex, by you keep going to her side of town and you keep making it super easy on her, she's not investing. Like, bro, how I see it is I'm the one investing in this date. So the way I see if she is even interested, she has to drive to my side of town. And if she goes, oh, let's meet in the middle. Oh, come to my side of town. That's her way of saying, nah, I'm not investing anything. I'm going to the bar by my crib and you're paying. No. If this girl wants you, she'll drive to your side of town. And if she doesn't want you, if she doesn't want to, then I don't think she's interested. Now, the last 2 skills are the hardest for most men to conquer. If you can get to these skills right here, these next 2, you're on God mode. Let's run it. Skill number 3, not caring. Oh my gosh. Most of the DMs I get from guys is how do they get a girl back? It's always, yo, went on a date, she didn't text me back. after the date, I texted her and she's on Instagram and she won't text me back. This girl, I called her, she didn't call me back. Oh, hey, bro, like this girl is, how do I know if this girl is talking to other guys? Most guys are caring way too much about girls who don't care about them. Most guys are caring so much about girls who they're not even dating. That's not your girlfriend. You see, guys, dating is easy when you simply don't care about the outcomes. I don't care if I sleep with her. I don't care if we ever get in a relationship. I'm just dating. I'm just vibing. And now I'm going to do what I want. So I'm going to wake up. I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to work on my business all day. After work around 6, 7, I might shoot her a text. Yo, what you up to this weekend? What you up to tonight? And that's when we start talking, when I'm ready to. Now, while I was working, did I care about who she could have been with? Who she could have been texting? Absolutely not, because that's not my girl. You guys care way too much about women who don't even care about you like that. Like, isn't that crazy? Isn't that insane that there's men out there who are so concerned about a girl's every move? If you only been on one date with this girl and you're already turning into a private investigator, I can only imagine when this girl is your girlfriend. Because if you care this much, imagine when she's actually yours. Guys, dating is so much easier when you're just so outcome independent. If I approach that girl and she doesn't want me, don't care. If I go on this date with this girl and I don't see her again, don't care. A lot of you guys really care about results with women, and that's why you suck with them. I don't care. My ego doesn't need the approval. I do not care. So a lot of times when I get DMs and I get questions, it's about how to get a girl back. What can I do to get this girl to like me again? Like, it's all about you lost her, now you want her back. Ask yourself this question: why do you want a girl who doesn't want you? Guys, dating is supposed to be easy. Guys, my dating life is super easy. Yo, what you on tonight? Nothing? Come through. Yo, what you on this weekend? Oh, nothing? Cool, let's hang out on Friday. All right, bet. Cool, yeah, come to the crib and we'll go. Cool, sounds good. That's my dating life. It is so simple to get these girls' time, their attention, bedroom stuff. It's all easy because I just pick girls who are down. And I don't question myself or question my techniques if I don't see them again. They just weren't for me. So caring is going to bite you guys in the ass. It's going to bite you there because caring about some girl who's not your girlfriend will drive you insane. And here's the best part. If you were to, actually text this girl, hey, yo, like, why aren't you texting me back? Do you think that's going to raise her attraction? Girls are attracted to men who are acting like they don't really care about what's going on. Guys, I've been dating some girls in rotation for like the past a year because I text them when I want. We hang out when I want. It's not, I don't ever, ask them questions about who they're talking to, who they're dating. Clearly, it's been over a year and you're still talking to me. So obviously, I've beat out every single guy you've talked to since because I'm still here and they're not. You know what I mean? So you even showing that you're pressed about anything, especially after the first or second date, shows her that, you know what, this guy's a little too intense. This guy is trying to move too quickly and lock me down too quickly. I'm gonna fall back. Even if she want a relationship, you acting like you care so early and so early on really shows how much you care about her, and she's usually gonna lose attraction. I promise you. After a first date, text her, yo, you seeing any other guys? You talking to any other people? And watch how turned off she gets. Watch how she never sees you ever again. Relax. Focus on your purpose. Focus on your business. You caring about a girl who doesn't care about you will be the worst thing for you. Stop it. And the final thing, this separates the boys from the men. Right here. This will separate the boys from the men. You are able to charge her to the game. You see, a lot of guys, how their mindset works is they have to get an ROI. So if they go on a first date, dinner, spend $125, $150, in their head, I'm gonna keep going until I get a relationship or sex, right? And then all of a sudden it's date 5, and you're like, okay, maybe one more date. Maybe it takes a 6th date. Brother, the problem with your logic is you think the more that you invest into her, the more she'll like you. It's actually the opposite. The more you invest into her, the more you like her. Which is why earlier I said, no, this girl has to drive to my side of town. I have to get her investing as well. Because if she does no investing, she won't like you like that. That's why the girl who legit goes to work while her boyfriend's at home, the girl who pays all the bills and the boyfriend's just taking her car, she's investing more into the relationship, which is why she likes him more. That's why bums get girls, because that bum makes that girl work for him. You have money, you're successful, and you're working for these girls. But they never give you any value back, but maybe sex, if that. Some of you guys don't even get that, right? So being able to go, you know what? This situation is no longer serving me. I'm done. Most guys can't do that. Just the other day, guys, I had to cut off a girl I really liked because 3 dates went by, and I didn't get laid. I wasn't willing to wait. I wasn't willing to invest more time and date her on her terms. I only date girls on my terms. She was an amazing girl. She was dope, super attractive. I loved her. You know, she was super awesome, but I just couldn't let her string me along anymore. I had to cut it off. So if you haven't cut a girl off, you're not, girls will always play around with you because you're hard to play around with when you'll walk away. But when you're so invested into your money and your time and you go, I have to get an ROI, I have to date this girl, I have to have sex, like you're run by your desire and your ego. I'm not. I knew for a fact if I kept dating that girl, we'd eventually have sex, but it wasn't worth it. I had a line in the sand, she crossed it, it's over. I was not gonna invest any longer. So if you're watching this in 2025 and beyond, I want you to know that if you can't draw a line in the sand, girls will always play with you. You have to be able to go, you know what, this girl is dope, she was amazing, I did see a future with her, however, I gotta let her go because she is not on my program, I'm on hers. And that's gonna lead to you resenting her. I guarantee you there's a guy dating a girl right now, they're in a committed relationship, he waited 5 or 6 dates, but then he found out while he was dating her that another guy cracked first night. And now he's like, damn, I'm over here thinking that she was different. No, bro, she wasn't. That's why waiting for sex to me is kind of weird because she gave it to somebody else way quicker with way less investment. So to kind of speed run real quick, the first thing is lead generation. You can't date if you have no one to go on dates with, right? Approach girls in person, match with girls on dating apps, and meet girls through social circle. That's probably the easiest way because there's no cold approaching, no DMing. Number 2, when you get on these dates, make sure you're choosing the right type of dates. The dating logistics gotta be right. 8 o'clock, bar, close to her, not sitting far away from her. Third thing, not caring about what happens. Sex doesn't happen, whatever. Okay, cool, maybe the next date. Oh, I didn't see her again? She went ghost? Okay, who cares? Is she texting other guys? Don't care. Is she seeing other guys? Don't care. After you get through that, let's just say you have these lines in the sand. If she crosses them, you're able to walk away. If you can do all 4 of those things at a pretty high level, like a 7 out of 10, you should always have a good dating life because those are the biggest 4 pillars. If you can do all those things, you'll always be attractive to women. And you'll always have, you know, girls coming in, and eventually, through the law of averages, you'll find one who's amazing. So hopefully you guys found that video very insightful. I think every single one of you guys watching this can work on at least one of the 4 things I mentioned. And if you're a guy that's like, dude, I need help with almost all of it or half of it, I want you to click the link down below, and I want you to see if working with me will work for you, man. I talk to you every single week for 8 weeks. I'm also texting you throughout the week and voice noting you. I'm also gonna book you a photographer to come to your city so you can get those high quality images. And lastly, I'm gonna put you in my group coaching for 1 year. So after our one-on-one coaching is done, you still have access to me in my Discord, and the Discord is amazing. You'll probably end up meeting friends in there you'll have for a very long time. So appreciate you guys for watching this video. See you in the next one. Peace.